to come to you guys and talk a little bit about ascension symptoms, some things that you might see and feel as you ascend. And I also just want to talk about some people that have helped me as I kind of continue on my ascension journey. So, in my last video, I talked to you guys about how I woke up. That's a concept that I did not know anything about until I looked at somebody named Miriam Hasna, and I think she taught a lot about her own waking up story. If you want to find that, that should be still on her YouTube. But when you wake up, you'll feel lost. A lot of the time, you'll feel like you don't know what is a good starting point to be in. When you first wake up, you'll feel like there's not that many people that are on your path when you're trying to wake up, so you'll definitely be in this state of like wandering and trying to find somebody that suits you. When I woke up, I talked to you guys a lot about my clairsentience opening up, and that can be a really scary feeling. And I found a few people online that could help me out. As time goes on, though, some of those teachers are not as necessary or not as needed as they were in the beginning, because you end up growing into your own powers, or you end up growing into your own ability to navigate the world. So right now it's been about 3 years since I've woken up, and this could just be me, but I think during ascension, a lot of the things you know and love are gonna fall away from you. I had like so many really great friendships that dwindled, and it could just be because you're taking out so much time to focus on yourself that you don't really focus on other people anymore as much as you should. So that could be it, or it could be that those people are not on your same path, so they kind of vibrate out of your reality. So that can be kind of scary, losing things that you know and love. Another thing that happened to me is that, so you get that lost feeling, you get that feeling of like losing things that you know and love, you get that feeling of needing teachers. You'll feel, another thing that happened to me is I started to get sick a lot. Not like a lot, I wasn't sick every day or anything like that, but two years in a row I got pneumonia. And growing up, my mom always used to tell me how healthy I was, and like I never really needed a doctor, so that was weird for me. And this is gonna be really weird to say, but I think a lot of it had to do with like learning how to breathe the new air that's coming to us on New Earth. I feel like there's I feel like the earth is changing, and I felt intuitively, I'm like, why am I getting sick? Why am I getting sick? Oh, there must be some new air coming to earth. So I felt like I was learning how to breathe new air, but I ended up getting sick 2 years in a row, and I think those years were 2015 and 2016. I got pneumonia really badly. What other things might happen when you wake up? So you might feel this sense of being lost and needing teachers. You might feel things slipping away from you. You might start getting ill, and you might start having like clairsentiences open up. So this is like a lot with having to go through like a really stressful change. A lot of it can be extremely stressful, and really that feels really bad. So that's what's been happening to me. Even now, I'm still going through a tough time with like my energy being too big for certain workplaces. It'll feel like I've been told, so I don't know if it's, and this could just be me, it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with ascension, okay? If it's just me and I'm like a crazy person, then so be it. But I've lost a lot of opportunities to work with people or like live in housing with people because my energy will just completely disagree with my surroundings. So you might feel like you're getting like a little bit too big for certain interactions. You might feel like people don't understand your perspective wherever you're going. You might feel ostracized a little bit. Um, so we covered you might feel lost. You might have all your clairsentiences open up. You might have things fall away from you. You might get sick. You might start losing connections with people. This is a part of ascension that no one really talks about. Um, how hard it can be, how lonely it can feel, how desolate it can feel, um, and like the need to know more. So what I always do, because there are no books written on this time yet, there's no like um guidance really coming out. You can't go pick up a book on our current ascension and feel like, yeah. So I think while I'm here sitting at the computer, I'll try to give you guys the name of the website that personally helped me when I was feeling lost, and I'm pretty sure it's called N5D, and it's really extensive. Yes, it's called N5D.com. So if anybody's watching this and wants to know what website that's been like the book for me, like the holy grail for me, it's called N5D.com, and that's the source I was using. I don't tune into it too much heavily anymore, but that's the source I was using to kind of feel like, okay, there's something out there for me. There's this group of people out there that are going through the same thing that I'm going through, and I'll be able to connect to them. I'm feeling a little bit like my video music. Hopefully me playing music on this video doesn't get it like taken down. But I'm gonna probably play like an instrumental or something just to keep the time moving. I'm gonna probably play an Incubus instrumental. And then I guess I can talk to you guys about some things that help. I guess it would have kind of been better for me to play the music before I started the video, but yay, so I was able to do that. Music is playing, and thank God that it's working. So some things that you can do. What worked for me, honestly, well, for a long time, I was kind of using marijuana as a teacher, my family, my dad is Rastafarian, so if you guys don't know anything about the Rastafarian religion, it's basically like not eating meat, not paying into like government constructions, smoking weed to get closer to God, smoking marijuana, using marijuana as a teacher, using marijuana as a tool to elevate your consciousness to get closer to God, not so much as a recreational substance like we use it here in America. Ooh, I can actually like see the Anomaly lyrics. Anomaly, anomaly, anomaly. It's karaoke thing. I'll sing along to it for a second. A cloud hangs over and mutes my happiness. 1,000 ships couldn't sail me back from the stress. Wish you were here. I'm a wounded satellite. I need you now, put me back together, make me right. I picture your face in the back of my eyes, a fire in the attic, a proof of the prize. Anomaly, anomaly, anomaly. Not one of the others could ever compare. Anomaly, anomaly. So yeah, for a while I was using marijuana as the kind of, because what happened when I got sick and started learning how to breathe the new air, my body didn't need food. It didn't crave food at all. So during that really healthy time, and you guys already know, they say you can get new DNA codes from the sun. I don't know if that's 100% true, but I feel like the sun was a major part of my ascension so far. And you'll feel this like revitalizing feeling in the body. So what I was doing was I was ingesting marijuana on top of the new DNA codes and on top of being really ill, and that was helping me tune into, when in my last video I was talking to you guys about that otherworldly feeling. It was helping me manage and tune into that otherworldly feeling. So that might not be for everyone, but if you feel like your body is really, what's the word I'm looking for? Like malleable and like lightweight and stringy, and you feel really light, you'll know when you get that new DNA code. And I'm not saying you have to get sick, but you'll know when you get that new DNA code because your body will feel really light and really airy. So what I was doing was using weed. Let me put on another. So this is another good song. This one is Dig. The last one was obviously Anomaly. We all have a weakness, but some of ours are easy to identify. Look me in the eye and ask for forgiveness. We'll make a pact to never speak that word again. Yes, you are my friend. We all have something that digs at us, at least we dig each other. So when the weakness turns my ego up, I know you'll count on me from yesterday. If I turn into another, dig me up from under what is covering the better part of me. Sing this song, remind me that we'll always have each other when everything else is gone. Another thing, and I think everyone knows about this. But saltwater baths, magnesium sulfate is really good because a lot of people don't know this, but salt water is an excellent conductor. It conducts, and by that, what I mean by that is it conducts electricity in the body. So when you lay down in salt water, all the electricity in your body from all the millions of signals that we get from the nervous system each day kind of get really tuned in, and you can use them better. So saltwater baths, those help get your body into a nice equilibrium. Eating clean. One thing that you definitely don't want to do during this time, and I'm guilty of it still, but something you definitely don't want to do is eat a lot of junk food, eat a lot of candy. That's a normal thing. You hear about that every day. But yeah, so don't eat too much junk food. Don't eat too much candy. You don't want to clog your body's ability to absorb the new codes. So you don't want to eat too much candy and junk food. You want to take saltwater baths, and then if it's necessary for you, if your body can handle it, using marijuana to see clearer into that new new dimension that I was talking to you guys about in my last video will help a lot. a lot of people talk about ascension symptoms. I'm not really going to talk about ascension symptoms because I've talked about them already. They can be kind of scary. I didn't talk about all physical ones. The ascension symptoms were what I just talked about when I was saying that what you might go through during your ascension. Um, when I make my videos, I have a lot of love that I want to give because I know that this can be a really turbulent and scary place. If you're going through it and you're wondering, like, what's happening to me? Um, so, like, for me, I want to be able to, like, reach through and lend that hand out. Because if you're going through it the way I went through it, you're definitely going to need somebody. I think that's the end of my video for now. The last song was Dig by Incubus, and that's probably what I'm going to go listen to. So I'm going to put this up. Hopefully it goes up well, and hopefully you guys have a good night. Bye.